Welcome to Mexico in 1990. A year balancing crisis and creativity, reforms and reinventions, pop culture, and geopolitics. From economic stabilization to media revolutions, from scientific milestones to football glory, Mexico stepped into the final decade of the century with ambition, turbulence, and surprising optimism. 1990 marks Mexico's big pivot toward global markets. With inflation finally tamed and negotiations beginning for what would become NAFTA, Mexico positioned itself as a rising economic partner. It was the year the country declared, "Let's join the global game and play to win." Mexico took a major democratic leap with the creation of the IFE, a new independent electoral authority. After decades of skepticism, 1990 became the year Mexico said, "Okay, let's make elections boringly trustworthy." A foundational moment for modern Mexican democracy. The massive privatization of Telmex reshaped Mexico's technological future. Suddenly, telephones weren't luxury artifacts but gateways to modernization. It was the spark that would eventually lead to mobile networks, internet expansion, and a more connected Mexico. Though the uprising wouldn't erupt until 1994, 1990 was the year the pressure cooker hissed. Indigenous communities in Chiapas organized, demanded rights, and built the foundations of a movement that would soon shake the nation. Quiet, powerful, and impossible to ignore. 1990 delivered a harsh wake-up call. Mexico City's smog levels hit global headlines. The city responded with new environmental policies, car-free days, and a growing environmental consciousness. A crisis that forced innovation and cleaner air for future generations. From Caifanes to Maldita Vecindad, rock en español exploded in 1990. Mexico's youth found a soundtrack that blended rebellion, poetry, and street culture. It wasn't just music. It was identity. Volume up. Mexican scientists helped confirm that the Chicxulub crater was the asteroid impact site that ended the dinosaurs. Suddenly, Mexico wasn't just part of history. It was part of prehistory. A scientific revelation with cosmic swagger. Football fever returned as Guadalajara hosted the 1990 World Cup draw, reminding the world of Mexico's deep football culture. Even without hosting the tournament, Mexico stole a bit of the spotlight, and the fans loved every second. 1990 was peak telenovela export season. Mexican dramas conquered screens across Latin America, Europe, and beyond. Mexico didn't just tell stories. It exported emotion, glamour, and cliffhangers to the world. INA celebrated 50 years of preserving Mexico's cultural treasures. Museums, archaeological sites, and restoration projects took center stage. A year of honoring the past while preparing for a digital, global future of heritage. 1990 was Mexico's warm-up act for a decade of transformation. Democracy strengthened, science expanded horizons, culture went global, and the economy rewired itself for the 21st century. Another year, another chapter, and another story for Global Yearbook.